We mentioned in a video on Tuesday about the 75,000 complaints that have been made against police in England and Wales over the last year. And previous to that, we mentioned about the 3,000 current Metropolitan employees who are unable to be deployed fully due to misconduct allegations or health issues. We now find out that out of those 3,000, around 100 are not even trusted by the police to speak to the public. That figure is a direct quote from Mark Rowley, the Met's Commissioner, by the way, although it doesn't state whether these people were frontline police or with other public-facing roles. But for a job where you need to hold the highest standards of everything you do, not being trusted to speak to the public, in my opinion, would be grounds for a see you later pat on the back. Rowley said that about 500 of the 3,000 were either suspended or on restricted duties. That's 500 plod we're paying wages for and they're doing fuck all for their money. Rowley did say that they don't have the power to sack them, which he described as perverse. We mentioned these comments previously in a video on the 21st of November. Rowley said he is now calling for changing the rules for sacking police officers. In an interview, Rowley said some officers were letting us down. I have about 100 officers in the organisation who have very restrictive conditions on them because, frankly, we don't trust them to talk to members of the public, and it's completely mad that I have to employ people like that as police officers who you can't trust to have contact with the public. It's ridiculous. We're looking at whether we've got any new legal levers, but on the conventional approaches, we can't. It's perverse, isn't it? In my previous video, I said I reckon I know why it's so difficult to get rid of crappy plod. And to be honest, I don't know why they made it so difficult to get rid of people in the first place. Oh wait, yes I do. It was no doubt conjured up by the top brass so that getting rid of them would be extremely difficult, but didn't think to the future when their behaviour filters down and they are left with a gang of perverted thugs. My opinion hasn't changed. It seems that Rowley is wanting to be able to reopen misconduct cases against officers and staff. Now this of course could be a good thing with the knowledge that there are so many cretinous fuckpigs in the police force. Reopening cases and then investigating their behaviour properly might be a key to getting rid of a fair few of them. Considering that a report of the Metropolitan Police's disciplinary systems published in October found that less than 1% of those within the Met with multiple misconduct cases against them have even been dismissed. 1%. Rowley said, "We're getting more assertive and creative in our use of existing powers, but I have been encouraged by the Home Secretary and the Home Office's enthusiasm to look at regulations to give us powers to move more quickly against officers who we shouldn't have." What an utter shit show. Now, we can't blame Mark Rowley for this mess solely, as Cressida Dick was the cretin who allowed it all to get this bad, but Rowley was an Assistant Deputy Commissioner and therefore he had some powers to act, but clearly didn't, and now he's getting the shitty end of the stick. I don't think it's too late for Rowley to do some fancy footwork and get some changes in place in order to help turn it around, but I don't think that anything he can do will be enough to transform the Met's cretinous culture back into something that once again we can have hopes for.